Some people do not know how to group ride. Okay, let's find out what happens. This already looks like a terrible group ride. Nobody's staggered. Everyone's just kind of doing their own thing, which could cause a massive chaos. There's some rear brake locking up, and he's going to go ahead and fall down, hit that right shoulder, possibly damage that right shoulder. AC joint could be popped out of place. And then somebody up front crashed. So that person back there had terrible progressive braking, locked up that rear tire. Obviously, it's a Harley. I'm kidding. But this right here is a no bueno situation. Lots of people injured. That's what we're going to do. We're going to rescue these riders if we possibly can with our rescue kit. Okay, hopefully that's not on top of anybody. That person is not getting up. That is not a good sign. And take a look. Take a quick look at the area. This is like an interstate or a highway type speeds. So having you hit the ground or immediately stopping at these speeds can do a lot of damage to the human body. So some people do not know how to group ride. I'm going to change that up a little bit. Some people do not know how to group ride. Some people do not know how to brake. Some people do not know how to be a smart rider. That's pretty much what's happening here. So the biggest problem here is going to be that this guy right here need to be able to progressively brake. Did not do good progressive braking. That is a lockup of the rear tire. You're just going to keep sliding. So definitely not ABS. Definitely did not apply smooth and more power to that brake pedal. But remember, the front brake is what's going to be having a lot of that stopping power. So there's going to be the lockup. Can't do anything right now, or he's not doing anything right now. What you can do is release that rear brake so it can start getting traction again. It's going to be feeling a little bit weird. You try not to do it at that point. What you want to do is release the rear brake at this point while you're still in line. Okay, and then you could reapply because you still have to stop. But start using a little bit more front brake, okay? So he's going to go ahead and crash it a little bit. Now that's going to be the biggest thing right here, is going to put his hand out. He's going to put his leg underneath the bike. His shoulder's going to hit. His head is going to hit the ground. So imagine not having a helmet. Not good. You're going to have brain damage easily, like terrible brain damage. Now we're all coming up to here, and like nobody knows what to do. This guy over in the far right has a monkey on his back, and he doesn't have the rescue kit, which we do have on the store. But make sure you grab one now, because if something like this happens to you or your buddies, you're going to need to know what to do. And we have that training on Motorcycle Training Concepts. So if you want to know how to actually rescue somebody, check out that channel. But if you need the equipment, check out our shop, okay? So not good that he's laying on the ground. Everyone has backpacks. Like this guy looks pretty tactical, sling and everything. Could have had that rescue kit. Lots of people could be helping out. Could be taking care of this person, but nobody knows what to do. Get that training also. So lucky crash on Dragon Tail, Deals Gap. Okay, sharp right turn, 15 miles an hour recommended. Lots and lots of turns within a couple miles. I don't know why he's got a trailer, but he's doing a great job handling this machine. Was able to keep it in the lines like a child with a coloring book, so did a good job. He's got spare tires for everybody else that might have blown up their tires, but he doesn't have full gear. Make sure you wear full gear, especially on this. Like you see people, going a little wide. I've seen a lot of people crash on that turn, and he's dumping the bike himself. So when I say wear full gear, this is kind of what I mean. You don't expect to crash. You don't feel like you're gonna crash, or you're just going nice and easy. But you never know. You never know when gravity's gonna attack you. This guy's got full gear. See you later. He's not even gonna assist another rider. Never gonna rescue another rider, right? Come on, you gotta rescue a rider here. Going a little too fast. Looks like he's about to work on somebody's bike, right? Oh no, yeah, watch out.
I don't know if I can. I think I put my shoulder up.
There, what did I say? Yeah, you can't lift the bike up because his shoulders got hurt. His probably left shoulder got hurt. So that could be an issue. So if you crash and the bike is underneath you and you're injured, you can't get it out.
Probably be able to get it up there, two of us.
Or get it off of you. You're gonna have issues. You're gonna be stuck there. And that's a very scary situation. And it's a very vulnerable situation. I've been on many calls at 2 in the morning with old men, old ladies slipping in between the toilet and the bathtub, and they just can't get up. They just can't. And if they're living by themselves, they're stuck there until somebody comes by 2-3 days later because they haven't seen their grandma.
No.
I've been there too. So be very careful. Understand your limitations and vulnerabilities as a human being. Here we go. So lane filtering, doing good. Now our lane, Open spot. Open spot. Careful, careful, careful with the Prius again. Probably. Watch. Let's see. Let's see if the Prius does it. And no, not yet. There it is. There's the blinker. So Prius, here we go. Nice roof rack. Almost. Don't get him. Don't get him. Nice swerve. Watch out. We got the truck right there. Keep going for the shoulder. Keep going for the shoulder. Good decision. Woo! Good job, Cisco's Vids. Found the escape path. Wow. Now, this is what you call a smart rider, but you did an amazing job. You perceived a hazard, you reacted the perfect way, and you got yourself onto an escape path. Very good. Very good. So here we go. We're in yellow stage right now. We're just kind of relaxing, but now we're lane filtering, so we got to go into orange stage real soon. We're in orange stage. We see something. What do we do? What do we do? We're getting really close. Big open area. Now we're going to have that blinker come up. Oh, crap. We got to start swerving. We got to start swerving. We're coming into our lane. Find that escape path. Find that escape path. Keep going. Keep going. Because he can't stop right here. He's going too fast, so he's got to keep going with that escape path and that swerve. So swerving protected his life. Training protected his life. Not rev bombing, not honking. I want this person in the crew. Cisco's Vids. Where'd I go? Riding around in the roundabout. We got a side of the vehicle line of sight problem. There's the side of the truck right there. Okay, we got real close. They're slow. You should anticipate that these things are slow. So don't rush into getting right behind them. So Cheslow, we're going to have a little bit of remedial training at the end of class. All right, so Aristia, we got that big pattern right there. We got a merge issue. Look at that right there. Called it. 2 people decided to do it. We should anticipate that as smart riders, everybody. So let's go back just a little bit. As a smart rider, we're paying attention to this. So we're riding in town. We have an open spot right here. We got a nice open spot. We have this vehicle right there and possibly wanting to get into it because our lane is moving, their lane isn't, and they can take it. We have a good space cushion, but they're going to take it, so we need to increase our space cushion again once they take it. They're going to take it. I keep saying that because I want you guys to let them take it. So right now we're in orange stage. We're prepped and ready. We see a hazard. We're like, what the heck is this? And we need to do something about it. And what we do is roll off that throttle or do some form of progressive braking. So we're going to go ahead and squeeze that brake. Not a lot. We're not stopping. We're just kind of slowing it down maybe 5 miles an hour so that we can let them in and then let them take off so it increases that space cushion. But here's that pattern. Big open spot. Vehicles want to get into it just like you would. And once we see that, he's going to honk already, but look, he's reaching for the brake. You should have done that first. The honking is not going to save you. You getting out of that situation will. Guys, if you like this kind of stuff, we do this every Tuesday and Thursday on this channel at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time live. So make sure you check that out. But if you want to check out some other things like this video right here or this video right here, please do so. It supports the channel. Click that like button, by the way. Check into class. Anyways, I'll be seeing you around.